Hey guys, how we doing? I'm Yalek, and we're going to do a map clear with warriors because I was asked to do a map clear with warriors. So I'm going to try to move this quickly. I did one of these earlier in the week boosted. This is the unboosted version. I picked this account. It's kind of one of my median VP accounts. I go up to like 1,000, or actually probably more like 950 maybe now, with some accounts, and down as low as 450 with other accounts. So the quality of bases varies. These are going to be sort of middle of the road, excuse me, because they're, well, moderate VP. Obviously they get harder as you go, although even at that level, 1,000 VP, it sounds like it's special or something, maybe, but even at that level, I come across bases with like boosted green statues and stuff like that. Pick this account. It's a warrior account. Have endless. That's going to help us a lot here. You do tend to pile up some troop losses as you go through a map clear because, well, I mean, every plan is improvised, so everything's a little bit touch and go. Gonna go ahead and we'll just pick somebody and start wherever. Interesting. So we have, part of the reason I'm doing this now is that we have the advantage of really, really great tribes. That kind of sucks. I didn't mean for that boom cannon to die. It doesn't totally matter, but it does change the way I'm going to land here. I was going to do a flag landing right to the middle of the beach. And instead we're going to switch to a flare landing. Because that was going to be our anchor point. Yeah, move through this as quickly as we can. Bullet is in a perfect spot. He's going to taunt that shock launcher. I was worried about it, but it's not going to be an issue. So we go like that, we go like that, we go like that. Those will get taunted. Throw a med kit. So we have warrior health tribe. So that that med kit is going a little bit further. Also, this account has a troop health anyway, 6 GBE and 1 troop health. I think it's like a 30. Let's check that. Oh, it's a 35. So yeah, the best troop health. I'm not going to take the time to like break down every base beforehand. I'm just going to go ahead and do them because it would take too much time, and you'll actually see more if I just do it this way. And if you have questions, take the name of the base, assuming you can read it. In this case we can't because it's Chinese, unless you can read Chinese, but I can't, so I might not still know which we're talking about. But anyway, in general, take the name of the base. If you have a question, ask a question. Why did you do blah blah blah? Like for example here, why are you using a 3 smoke landing? Well, because of the laser on the beach, which is still going to see us, by the way. Just because I'm trying to limit the troop losses there. It would be a little bit uglier if we went with a 2 smoke landing. Get the critters out. We're going to 1, 2, and 3 because we're going to get that laser. Don't like you. Another med kit. So these guys have 35. These guys have almost an extra 100% health. 60% from the tribes and 35 from my statues. So an extra 95% health. So these are some jacked up warriors right here. In the good way, not in the bad way. And also we have extra GBE, plus 50% GBE. So, and power stones. With the power stone tribe, I probably made a mistake. I went ahead and boosted it on all accounts and then realized the Power Stone tribe doesn't really do you any good unless you're attacking a lot. So that means in order to get value out of boosting that tribe on every single account, your mines are annoying and your corner setup is annoying. So we're going to pop the 2 boom mines We're good. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so 50% extra GBE. The Power Stone tribe will be beneficial also. So I've been, for the first time in forever, trying to clear maps. And generally I do that with warriors because that's the easiest thing for me, and that way I get some benefit out of... We have a little extra GBE here. We don't need 128 GBE to get back to that HQ. So yeah, just for giggles, actually, I spent quite a bit of the day yesterday. I had a couple hours to kill, and this is my hobby, so this is obviously what I'm going to do in that situation. We're going to do this, sort of a midway point so we can gather up. And just cleared my maps, which I've not done in the longest time, and with these tribes it was really, really fun. Make sure you smoke wide around that building, and then we go like this. And that's going to put Bullet in the perfect spot to get all of this stuff taunted over here, because we don't like any of it. And let's see. Shock and a shock. Let's see if I got everything there. Yes, I did. Cool. Get a critter out here that'll ward off some of the damage. Ice, no ice. No ice. And just clearing maps and having a good time. Like I said, with the tribe bonuses and stuff. And I haven't done that in so long. Pushing again. So, you know, we are trying to sort of get over a hump around 14,000 VP, or VP force points. And that means a lot of intel gathering, and that means just, it's like a couple hours a day of intel gathering. It's excessive. It's too much. So, and generally that means using your alternate accounts, just bringing them in, doing your dailies, and so on. And I don't actually get to just clear maps with PvP. And that sucks, because that's actually what I enjoy doing the most in this game. So yesterday was a pretty good day. That was a long way of saying yesterday was a pretty good day. I had a lot of fun. There's a lot of shocks to worry about here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we'll use a medkit and pray, I guess, on that one. If we wanted to shock like the whole world. Don't absolutely have to. With warriors, you can leave something unshocked. You can't necessarily do that with Zuka, but with these guys, it's perfectly fine if a machine gun happens to be unshocked and you just throw a medkit down. Can't do that with Zuka. Don't do this either. You don't worry about the delay with warriors, so you can afford to sacrifice it. This would be my more normal landing. For, you know, a setup like this, a lot of people have a setup like this because this is an anti-tank kind of base. So you get one of these bases with everything right on the beach. You can usually two-smoke that, and I could have saved a smoke there, but... And how are we doing for GBE? Not bad. 1, 2 for sure. 3, 4. And then medkit, because we're not going to have the GBE for that guy right there. That was the one I was watching. But it's fine to do that with warriors. Especially if you have endless, that, you know, is a calculated risk, and it's just going to cost you a little bit of gold, and that's fine. Because again, not boosted. If boosted, I'd throw the 5th shock there, but that 5th shock is pretty expensive. I'm not going to calculate it right now. Where are we at for time? 9 minutes. Wow. Moving along, we've got a bunch of bases over here, so got a lot to get through. Those are very strange characters, and this is not a very good base design. So, yeah, okay. And his mines are terrible. Don't like you. don't love you, but didn't absolutely need to do that. I've got some music in the background. I hope that's not too loud. I don't think it will be. Obviously, because I set it up that way. I just wanted something going for interest's sake. Mainly for me. Also for you, but I doubt you'll be able to hear it that well. Let's see, we're going to go to that boom cannon. So this person has a corner setup, and in theory, this should be, a corner setup should be a defense against exactly what we're doing right now. But it's not going to work too well for him. There we go, hot pot shuffle, love that. Half the reason I chose to do this hit this way was just that, so we could get a hot pot shuffle in there. Shock, shock, actually could have just done one shock. This arrangement is bad because we've used bullet to just absorb all of that nasty stuff over there. Hot pots and flamethrowers and machine guns, all of his continuous damage right back in that area. And just by moving bullet around, we just render all of it useless. Plus he had terrible minds. This one will be very easy. Pity, actually, I would have more bases on this map, except I was clearing so much yesterday. Probably just one shock. Now, this landing, like this is the standard landing for this kind of a layout. If there's a blaster on the beach, though, if there's a grappler that ranges you, you don't do this. But normally this is fine. Bullet takes a good bit of heat. Sometimes he takes a comical amount of heat. Like, there have been a couple times where, well, more than a couple, I guess, but you know, Bullet has like 20% of his health left after that initial flurry. And the one shock on the shock launchers and medkits, and boy, I was really hoping that the boom cannons would stay focused on those critters, but they turned towards the warriors. Didn't get to fire though, because nobody died. If they had fired, somebody would have died, for sure. It's cool having double health warriors, but their health isn't that high. Standard is what? What's the base health on a warrior? 1,300? 1,200. So yeah, we're not outlasting a boom cannon there. This one more, I think. So, these are not particularly good bases. One shock, two shocks, three shocks. His mines aren't bad, they're just not hidden, but they're arranged at least in the right spot, so we can give him credit for that. But, I mean, I guess I don't know what people want to see in terms of victory points, so I'm just shooting middle of the road here. I don't think across... I mean, it would make a difference, like, to my top accounts versus my bottom account, my lowest victory point accounts. Which landing do we want here? Prefer to do this one, and don't want the laser to fire. So, prefer to do this more towards the middle of a beach, but it doesn't. You can be near the off to the side as well, and that can still work. Three shocks, and let's see if we can land them. This one up here is a little tricky. I think we got it. And not too many of the warriors. 6-1000, 7-1000, and we're good. A little bit of ice. Haven't seen any shields yet, have we? That's unfortunate, but I mean, spawn rate is what it is. Like, if I had left this map alone yesterday, I probably would have more bases to kill here, but yeah, it's just this one guy. Well, pray he has a shield, I guess. Something for a little bit of, nope, fun and interest, but no. Where Oh, okay. I was saying, where is your other shock launcher? I can see the one that he's trying to hide in the trees. That's not hiding anything, but then I lost the second one for a bit. I was looking at a base yesterday. Was using Rifle Cryo Zuka Medic for that one. And I could not for the life of me. It took forever to find his last shock launcher. The third shock launcher. I could locate two. Not shock launcher, excuse me. Rocket launcher. I could locate two. And then the third one was just, I had no idea. Those are going to die because he had no ice if I barrage there. So I'm going to barrage back here instead. And then we'll go like this and like that. So this way we don't kill our anchor points on the shore. There is a blaster, but it's not going to matter until Bullet is awfully close to the flamethrower, and by that time we'll be throwing a smoke on him. So we can use the standard landing. But maybe I'll do another one of these and see, Bullet's like half health just from that. Love it. But he's fine. That's all you need, is you just need him to be alive here. He needs to get off a taunt. Oh, good job. So 3 shocks. You know, he gets off his taunt. At this point, he could die. We're not going to need another taunt. So it really doesn't matter how beat up he gets on the beach, as long as he gets to the HQ. Well, sorry these guys weren't more interesting. I'd like to say it's not my fault that people design bad bases, but you know, well, it's not my fault that people design bad bases, but it is my fault that I went ahead, jumped the gun, and cleared this map. But in my defense, these are awesome, and I was having a great time. And it's been quite a while since I've just gone ahead and did that, sort of indulged myself and said screw it, and just went and beat a bunch of people, which I enjoy. I just like using these little bastards. So, if you have questions, I don't think anybody will, because those are fairly straightforward, but maybe I'll try to do this again in a week or so, like I said, and get some other new bases in and see what crops up. Anyway, like, thumbs up, the whole YouTube thing, you know how that goes, and I'll catch you later.